New desktop setup 2023. Here we go. What's up, everyone? Thought I'd put a quick video out here to show my new desktop setup for 2023. I don't know if a lot of you are in the same boat, but I find myself watching YouTube videos on people's awesome desktop setups. So fear of missing out, I full on wanted to make a new one myself. So I'll give you a little walkthrough tour of it, and then I also want to share with you my sort of everyday carry to-go bag that I would take to a coffee shop or somewhere sort of lighter weight work, but I want a similar experience to that of my home setup. So with that, let's get started. All right, first what I'll do is just give you a little walk around here. So what I have going on is a sit-stand desk. I'll try to find the brand. I got this on Amazon. It wasn't expensive. It was under 300 bucks, I want to say, but it's super nice, adjustable, obviously, so you can have different presets if you have different people working or different sitting environments that you like. I also got this felt desk pad. You can get some really nice stuff from a company called Grovemade, I believe is the name. I would definitely suggest them, but if you're looking for something a little less expensive, I'll link to this. I want to say it was only like $15, and it has a nice, grippy bottom. It comes in a tube, so it takes a little bit for it to get flattened out, but I really am enjoying it. It gives you like a nice feeling space for your arms to rest. Logitech wireless keyboard and mouse. And then I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro. It's a little dated at this point. I think it's a 2016 model, so I think with the advent of the new Mac Minis with the M2 chip, I'll probably upgrade that and put it in the same little spacer here I have. So I'll link to that too. And then I have a relatively new iPad Pro with the M2 chip, 11-inch, that I love, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm using two monitors for the MacBook Pro. Unfortunately, I tried to buy this hub thinking that I can just plug one cable in, but you can't. It still won't power both of them independently. It'll show the same thing on both, but to actually extend the screens like I'm doing now, you have to use both of those ports. So this cable is from the hub, so that has all my peripherals and power, etc. And this is just the other monitor. There's a cool thing about that I'll show you in a minute in the way that I use my iPad here at home with my computer. Then I have, a phone, MagSafe charger, just a catch-all. My you-know-what, I can't say her name or she'll ask what I want, but really great for music. This particular unit has a little bit more bass than the smaller Echo ones, which is cool. So that's pretty much the setup. I'm usually standing with it. Sitting's fine too. I don't really have an awesome desk chair. I'm just using a fold-up one at the moment. And then I have this little hook where I'll talk about this bag in a minute, but this is my to-go setup for more portable work. So one of the ways I'm really enjoying using these dual monitors and the iPad is, as I mentioned before, I have to plug in both of the monitors into separate USB-C ports anyways. So the way I use it is I use the right monitor for my MacBook Pro, which is my primary system. But if I want other apps running and features I can only get on my iPad, I bring that up on this other screen. So the iPad has a monitor plugged in, and my MacBook Pro has all the other stuff through the hub plugged in. So that's pretty cool because you might be familiar with Sidecar, where you can use your iPad as a additional screen. Well, I don't like to do that. I like universal control, which allows you to control two different systems with one mouse and keyboard. So I'm plugged into my MacBook Pro here. So say I wanted to open Safari and copy that text, right? I can go to the other screen, but it's actually a whole nother computer. It's the iPad, right? And I can paste and go right there. So I can move files in between, and it's not like you're used to. It's not just two monitors. It's actually two different computers, right? And it's super useful. Sometimes I like some of the apps ran on the iPad better, using the widgets, calculator, things that maybe are more friendly on the iPad. So rather than opening those things as an extended window from the Mac, I can run two different systems and benefit from the advantages of both. You can also do sidecar and, you know, work on your tablet here and extend it there, but and vice versa from the Mac. But I just found that this is a little bit more useful for my needs. All right, earlier I was teasing this Tomtoc case. This thing is awesome, super game changer for me. Let me show you what it's all about. So I got this for my iPad. So when I get out of the house and I'm going to like a coffee shop or something, I just want to have everything there. I don't want to have a backpack with stuff. So the way I have it set up, and these are my eyeglasses, I have this little sleeve that has SD cards, micro SD cards, and I have card readers as well. So these effectively act as little hard drives if I need it for something. I have a battery pack, kind of a slim one, plenty to charge up my phone or whatever. And here I've got just the USB-C Apple plug in case I need to charge any of this stuff. Just a card reader, one side's USB-C, one side's USB-A. This is great, works easily. And again, you can put those little cards in there, and again, now you have a little portable hard drive. This is just a USB-C dongle. I have another thumb drive in here at the moment, so you can use that for a number of things. I have my AirPod Pros. And then in here I have an actual hard drive. This is a little bit more robust if I'm sharing files amongst creators I'm with. You know, this is a little bit more durable and something I can have out for a little while and not worry about it getting broken or lost. And then in here I have just sort of loose miscellaneous cables. So I have a USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to USB-A. So can't think of anything else that I would really need, at least not with the devices I have. I have my iPhone usually, and the iPad, which is all USB-C. And then in here, if you flip this over, you have this nice sort of, I mean, it's not suede, but it feels like suede or velvet or whatever. So it's very soft. And then in here I have the iPad with the pencil and the Logitech keyboard case combo. And I'll dive into that in a minute. There's plenty of reviews out there, but I'm really loving it as an alternative to the Magic Keyboard. I mean, the Magic Keyboard has some advantages. This has some advantages. So I don't want to redo, you know, other people's reviews. There's plenty out there, but I'll give you a quick rundown in a second. But essentially, this has been a lifesaver. It's very small. You probably can't tell on video, but it's small but big enough for all my junk. And I don't feel like I have loose stuff in a backpack. I just literally grab this and I'm good to go. All right, I'll try to give you a few takeaways of this Logitech keyboard, and I'll link to it as well. I want to say it's around 170 bucks now. It was over that. It was over 200. But compared to the Apple Magic Keyboard, I mean, if you're looking for something similar for half the price, this might be your ticket. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the Apple keyboard, the Magic Keyboard, but it's 300 bucks. So, you know, you're looking at 30% of an iPad Pro. Depending on your specs. So let me show you how it comes. So when you're in sort of transport mode, it looks just like this. Real nice feeling. This is like a cloth material, but it's also kind of hard and plasticky. So it's a good balance in between rugged, soft, high end, whatever. And the Apple Pencil is magnetic there. It's open for charging. You could have this fall off, but I keep it in that Tomtoc case, so I'm not too worried about that. And then on the back, you'll see this little, it's sort of spring loaded, if you will, this little kickstand. It stays wherever you put it, and it's really stiff. It's not, in a good way, I mean, it's not gonna collapse on you. So one way you could use it, obviously you set it up and then you open the clamshell. One of the negatives about this case, and people have commented on this, is it's such a nice shutting fit, if you will. It's hard to open. If they just had a little recess or cutout for your finger, it would have been really good. But let me show you what I do. I just take my hands and I slide it, and that kind of presents a gap, and it's way faster. Anyway, you set up the rear kickstand there, and you're good to go. The typing is really nice. I would say this keyboard feels, you know, about 90% of what you'd expect with any Apple product. The other thing that's cool about this keyboard is, let me show you here, if you can see, this button here is like go to home screen, so it's really, really convenient. It also has your, stereo controls up here. You can quickly lock if you're stepping away from your computer or iPad in a coffee shop, and then you don't have to worry about doing that a different way. Another thing I didn't see in a lot of other videos that I'll cover on this one is how easy it is to remove the keyboard, and that's huge. You literally can just peel it away. It's magnetic. I thought that putting it back on would require like some finesse, but you just hold it near it and it connects itself. So that's super easy. The one thing I wish you can do, again, it's a pro and con, right? So one of the pros is that this keyboard is taking power from the iPad, so you don't have to recharge this. One of the cons is it would be nice if it could also be charged and used in Bluetooth fashion, so I could take it apart, put this over here, and type from a different distance. You can't do that. So that's a bummer, but I haven't found a use case where that's really bummed me out. Another thing you can do is, say you don't want to use the keyboard and you are using it sort of as a tablet here and you want to draw, but you don't want your keyboard sitting over here in case someone spills coffee on it or whatever. You can just attach it to the back. Now it stays with it, and that's super awesome. I really liked that. So that's the Logitech keyboard combo. I don't remember what the exact name is, but I'll link it in the description. But it's super awesome. I love it. I have no regrets with it. You can see there's cutouts for the speakers and USB-C. It's shallow enough where you're not gonna not be able to attach most things to it. But the quality is very high. I'm super happy with it. And I've seen other reviews saying the same thing. Thanks guys for watching. Hopefully that gave you some ideas for your own desk or setup. Let me know in the comments if you're doing something different or you found a better way to do what I'm trying to do, especially with the double monitors on the iPad and MacBook Pro. I'll probably be upgrading to the Mac Mini, the new one that just came out today or in early January with the M2 chip. That'll be really cool. So we'll see how that goes and how that's integrated into this setup. But have a good day. Consider subscribing if you like this kind of creative DIY type content, and have a great day.